hotel with a $20 hook, bro. You have a mansion. You should be in like one of the wings partying, and like your staff wouldn't even know you're there. It's these fucking knuckleheads. So speaking of Cowboys over there, you two. It is definitely 4-2.
Ring number 6 coming up.
Speaking of the Cowboys, I think your owner there, Jerry Jones, owes his son an apology.
What did he do?
Last year when he called him out and yelled at him for not letting him sign Johnny Manziel, it was all his son's fault that they didn't draft him. Yeah, that was last year they called him out.
Yep.
And now,
well, thank God he did.
Where would they be? He owes his son an apology. He called him out in public. Come on.
Well,
he owes a lot of people apologies.
Yeah.
Here comes that argument. Well, fuck him. We shouldn't be on the sidelines. Motherfucker, if I owned a team, I'd be all up in the cheerleader's pussy. Are you kidding me? That's mine.
Especially the Cowboys.
I own you for the whole year. Well, especially the Cowboys. You know what I mean? So, what do you think of the boys this year? How do they think? How do they look? And you haven't watched.
No, I think they're gonna step up their game. They have to. You know.
We do. We have to. No choice.
They brought in some good players and
Romo's year or no?
No.
If he stays healthy.
He's going to have a good year.
Always,
I don't think
he
he's
always
going to win
has
the
a
title.
good year. It's always one thing or the other. Either he gets hurt and the rest of the team is on point, or the rest of the team is not on point, and he's a robot.
Is he going to be a Marino with really good records and no ring? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm going to say yes to this point.
He's got 4 years
late
left
in his career.
4 years?
But here's the problem that we've had, and I've said it many times.
Go, girl.
Romo is an exceptional quarterback. He has broken many records.
He's on
he
top
has
of
shown
the
he has
record-breaking,
done MVP.
his stats just
But the
speak
thing
for
is, and
himself.
what I get pissed off is that they're gonna, they always say, "Oh, Romo's gonna choke." Well, look, Romo can't do his job when he's on his back all the time.
That's right.
Just
If you
can't
don't have an
do
offensive
it.
line,
His
then you're done.
our offensive line sucked for season after season after season. The one year that we finally built our offensive line, Tony Romo was unstoppable.
Right.
Every hit was.
That was 2014.
It was contact made. It was. It was unbelievable. And you guys are Patriots fans, but you have to agree with me.
They've been the best.
You have to agree with me
years,
that once our offensive line went
It's a wall.
completely, it was a brick wall. So you know what, Tony had. Hours in the pocket to do what he needed to
he
do.
can grill some burgers, have a beer, and then
know,
when he gets hurt, it's cheap shots. All
But
day, it's cheap
exactly,
shots.
it's cheap shots. So, and every other team knows that if Romo is not there, we're going to play like shit. So, where do we need to pick up our game? We need a quarterback.
Prescott, baby.
We
Prescott.
need a backup quarterback that can be under Tony Romo's wing. And then again, we had a great offensive line. Tony was out there able to do his thing, but then our defensive line sucked. And we all know defense makes the game.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
two So
Look at Denver's,
you know
Denver's a prime example.
It was
I like
never-
their pick that they picked in the second round from Notre Dame. I know he's going to be
Yes.
out for the year, but they're talking about how great he is. And
Right.
that's a problem, really, to me, is their linebackers. Because you have Sean Lee, who's a great player, but he's injured every single
And
year.
he has been. But
Why?
And then
Because
you
he's
got,
a beast. He
what's
doesn't
his
play. He's
name?
a trooper.
Ronaldo McClain, who got suspended 10 games for drugs. And
which is a big problem.
He's like
that's
Sean Lee reminds me
one
of like a
linebacker already.
professional bar fighter. That's what he is.
But and then here we go. So we had a phenomenal offensive line. So we were kicking ass that day. Our defense was, but then then Romo gets hurt. Then all of a sudden, where the hell did our offensive line go?
But then we
it was
have a
like the
lead,
next
and then
season
the
is like
last-
it wasn't the same offensive line, but then our defense was kicking ass. But Romo was already injured
until the last 2 minutes.
So
of the game.
then our
And it's
backup
a-
quarterbacks played like.
Well, their offensive line last year, they were still doing their job. Their problem was Matt Castle.
Yeah.
He could not
Yeah.
throw the ball
Right,
for
yeah.
crap because
But that's
He
what I'm
couldn't
saying.
connect with what's his
Our
name?
Darren
quarterback-
McFadden was getting an average of 4 yards, which is pretty good in the NFL. 4 yards is
Right.
Oh, he did phenomenal last year.
Yeah.
he got over
he did
1,000
pretty
yards.
good, yeah.
So I mean, to
My
all
big-
go ahead.
My biggest question coming into the season is Des Bryant, to be honest.
Des
Last
Bryant.
year,
They
he
say a
got
lot of
hurt,
people-
and then
Caucasian, please.
he was dropping balls that were hitting him in the numbers. You got to catch that, man.
Yeah,
You're
Castle
supposed to be-
was hitting right in the money.
Yeah.
He was hitting it.
Is that my daughter Mariah? Are
You
there,
have
baby?
to understand, these people that get paid a lot are still human.
They are still
They're
human,
still
but
going to
you know-
drop balls. And
Yeah,
all,
but they're getting-
think about
My
all that
favorite-
pressure. You are now
color.
paid.
But it's
My
known
favorite
in
receiver is
football.
Julian Edelman. I almost never see him drop a ball. He drops it like maybe twice every 5 games.
any Patriots receiver you never see really drop the ball
Whoa.
until Brandon LaFell
Yeah, I was
last
gonna
year.
say.
He was the whole reason.
That and
Hi,
that Super
Mariah.
Bowl,
That's Super
everyone
Bowl.
just
Love
had
you, baby.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, in 2011 against the Giants when we had like 26 seconds and Brady's thrown it to Aaron Hernandez, 20 yards. dropped.
You know what I
Then
gotta say?
Deion
about
Branch
that?
says hi.
dropped.
You know what I gotta say
Because they
about
had
that?
too much.
Peter
You know why?
Mariah.
Because they had too much air.
Because
The ball had too much air.
Giselle's husband can't throw and catch the ball at the same time.
You say Aaron Hernandez?
Bananas, yeah.
But I mean, we just need one season where we have our brick wall for an offensive line.
Yep.
Our defense is, just taking people out and turning that ball over left and right. And we need our quarterback to stay strong. And in the event, and I think Romo came in too early last season.
He should have never came
He should
back.
have never
No,
came
he
back.
shouldn't.
He
He
should
should
have
have
never
done for
came
the
back
season.
because
It was
it
like
was that
he
first
almost
game and
had
they
to,
were
though.
wiped.
But-
They wiped him out.
Yeah.
But when he did come back,
was-
you saw the difference of that team, how it
Oh,
played.
absolutely. The whole reason he came back is because as shitty as
They were playing.
they were still
They
in the
were
division
still
'cause the
Yeah,
contenders.
we had an
so shitty.
opportunity to still make
Go
the division,
Dallas.
which is
Yes.
crazy. It still blows my mind. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
how shitty our
guys
division
You know what
was.
the thing is coming into this
Dallas
next season.
fan. Dallas fan. Dallas fan. Dallas fan. And
Patriots.
these guys are Patriots.
Patriots.
fans.
Patriots.
That's
America's
That's
new
why we
team.
put them in the corner over there. They're by themselves. They're by themselves because they're the Patriots. Just kidding.
I was always saying there's nothing worse than a Cowboy fan than a Cowboy hater.
I know my
They
daughter
are
was a
so
Broncos
out
fan.
there. It's just like the Cowboys can't do anything for 3 weeks. They'll even be off, and the first thing someone will say, better than the Cowgirls.
Yeah.
Why?
Why do you call them cowgirls?
Yeah, why Cowgirls?
Why the cowgirls?
They think they're
Just
funny.
mad because their cheerleaders look like fucking death.
Yeah.
And
Wait a
ours
minute.
don't.
And
Hey,
they're
New
jealous
England's
because we're
got
the only
some
team that
real
has go-go
cheerleaders,
dancers
too.
in
Yeah.
their stadium.
We have
New
whores.
England's got
Jealous.
great cheerleaders.
Haters.
New England's got them.
My daughter Mariah says, "Go Broncos." You know what? I have to tell you guys stories. So out of my 3 beautiful daughters, I think I shared with you, 2 of them are Broncos fans, and the only one I claim during football season is Chrissy, and she's a Cowboys fan. And Mariah, she can contest to this. One year, I was so pissed. We were living in downtown Denver, and we would go join every Sunday. We'd join a big group of people, and we'd sit there, Mariah, pretty much all day.
Yeah.
We get drunk and just watch football all day with a bunch of friends. But we were doing really bad, and my 2 daughters, my oldest and my youngest, were giving me such a hard time about that loss. I was on my couch jumping, and I tell them, "Get the fuck out of my house!" I kicked my kids out of the house. I said, "Leave,
You go, girl.
leave, get out of my house, or I will be messing some
Get
kids
to
up."
stepping.
But you know what? And I know, but you know what? It's great that with my 3 daughters we can have that bond.
Yeah.
But you know what? When I'm pissed when it comes to my Cowboys,
You scared the
when we lose-
Shia LaBeouf out of me.
Oh, and Mariah said best memories. Baby, you liked it when I kicked you out?
She must have.
And I cussed at you and I told you to get the fuck out of my house. I love my girls, but when it comes to football season, I think they've learned you don't mess with mommy when it comes to her Cowboys. Just
That's
don't
great
do
to
it.
hear a woman has a man's
Yeah, not just
you
like
know.
not just like a second.
When I
down,
first-
deep
I
down
felt-
burning
I-
affection for her
I
team. You know?
I fell off football for like a decade. And then when I met her, she got me up to speed on football.
There you go.
And
I
I'm
was
like,
like, wow, she's a keeper.
See, me and Pete were in our heyday when we were winning.
She's
all
got
the
the star
Super Bowls.
tattooed on her back.
Yeah, I have a Dallas Star tattooed on my back.
There you go.
But you know, it's just when
Pride.
I first met some of his friends, you know, they're all. I mean, most of them are Cowboy haters. And one guy with Tola did not let up on me. Did not let up. And when I would go toe to toe with him, I didn't give a shit. And he would finally one day he goes, "Okay, Melinda." He was like this.
She won the
You
argument.
win.
I will
Especially when
not
you got
give
that
up.
big boyfriend behind you.
But I mean,
What'd you say?
I'm a Cowboy fan.
but I mean,
Straight face.
yeah. But the thing is
Gotta
that
put
you
the
know,
hands under.
I truly feel that
Bulge
we
out
are
the biceps.
building that team back. You know, we are building it.
You know, I want to
with
be
all the
honest. No, we're
naysayers.
not.
But come on, look at Dak
We're
Preston.
trying.
What about
We're trying.
Dak Preston that we just picked up? What about Ezekiel? I mean, those
Ezekiel is going
those
to
are
be.
gr- those are key
He's going
players
to. He's
for
going to
us.
be.
They
A lot
need-
of people
they need to
say.
hang on
A
to
lot
him.
of people say, yeah, he's got a huge contract already.
Yeah.
They people saying like we were
I've heard
saying
people
earlier
saying
when we
that
weren't
he's
we
gonna be
weren't
the
on
next
yet.
Emmitt Smith or
Ezekiel,
something.
everybody that I
Never.
talk to about Ezekiel, they say no, he's going into the big leads. It's different for rookies; they don't do good. And I'm
Tebow.
like, I don't think so. Not the way this guy is performing.
No,
the way he's
he-
performing.
played.
He's reminding me just like Gurley.
And
That's what we were talking about.
and
Yeah.
with our
Gurley was
line,
breaking records as a rookie.
with our line though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the Cowboys line,
Their
he's
line
gonna
is
do
amazing.
great.
Their line
That's
is
the
the
line.
best line in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. So
You,
with our
you
line,
could break records behind that O line.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
he can break DeMarco's record.
Look what happened to DeMarco after he left.
I got a feeling they're
Their
probably
O
going to do it
line
this year.
Yeah.
is probably going to be as good
I'm
this
very
year as
excited
it
to see what
was
he
back
does.
when we
He's like
had
an
Chase
95?
Smith
teams,
reborn.
you know?
He really is.
And
that
my
means-
good friend Ernest, just so you know, Ernest also works on the radio, and he's a big time Eagles fan. Hi, Ernest. He just said, you guys need a quarterback. Romo can't stay healthy. I know you were hoping to draft Wentz, and we got him.
Wentz.
Oh, shit.
But it's all right, though.
He will be our future franchise quarterback, but for now, Bradford, I think, is really going to do
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Prescott is our
Prescott's-
future, too.
What's
Yeah.
the point?
Yeah.
What's
I mean,
the
you're right,
purpose
Ernest.
of going all the way to number 2 to draft a quarterback to say, okay, you're going to sit behind someone like Sam Bradford? Now, if it's someone who's more of a
This is for you,
quality
Ernest.
player, Sam Bradford's not a good quarterback.
He isn't.
Ever since
He was
those
a good
2
college
ACL
quarterback.
injuries, he's
So is
not
Tebow.
Sam Bradford that we see in Oklahoma or the rookie year.
College, yeah.
Why don't you just keep Mark Sanchez?
Yeah, right? Just keep Mark Sanchez.
For you, Ernest.
Should have kept Sanchez.
Sanchez
Hey, Johnny, how about a
honestly
beer,
did
huh?
better than Bradford, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, here's I can't wait to go watch a Phillies game against the Cowboys.
She wanted to go
I
to watch
do.
Philly
I
game. I'm
wanna
like,
go.
love, you got
Because-
some bail money? Because I'm like,
Fuck me.
it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, they have the craziest
place
fan
is
base.
But
Yeah.
I would sit there full gear in Cowboys and try to move me.
It's not that. They're going to be throwing shit at you from
Yeah,
behind.
they throw.
That's just wrong. Ernest, why are
They're
you
vicious.
Why are you
Yeah,
guys so
they're
mean?
bad. I told them, they
I'll
have,
tell
they
you,
have a jail cell in the basement and
I
a
went-
judge, I think, downstairs.
I went
threw
to
a
a
guy off the
Patriots
second
Jets
tier.
game
Oh, I bet,
in
I bet.
New York, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit nervous, because it's your rival team, and you got all these crazy
Yeah.
fans and stuff. And after the Patriots only beat them by 1 point, instead of fighting with other Patriot fans, I'm walking by a bunch of people with, why am I a Jets fan? Why do I like this team? Why do I still wear this piece of crap?
ban-
I just found out I'm
They're the
retarded.
bandwagon fans. That's what I call them,
That's
bandwagon.
not very nice,
they're
Jets
not
fans. You
giants.
got to. You got to support your team. This is
have a
one
good
of my
team next
biggest
year.
pet peeves in football.
And they're gonna have a good team next
Is
year.
that you cannot be a true football fan and then be a bandwagon. You can't jump from team to team whenever
Yeah,
your team
Carlos.
is doing bad. You
You
cannot.
saved me from that. Thank God.
When I lectured him for an hour, I'm like, you cannot jump from team to team because your team is doing bad. I mean, come on, somebody out there, give me a legitimate
10
reason.
years, man, I was sitting there. I was
My
a nervous
biggest
wreck.
pet peeve, that
I
is
needed
just
meds.
bullshit.
You hear that, Tyler Markey, Mr. Seahawks fan one day, and then one day he's a Texans fan. I still don't get it, but I guess.
What is wrong with changing a team, though? Why can't you just say, all right, fuck it, I'm done?
Because football
know.
is instilled in you, and you know what?
When
and
I
when
was
you
5, I was
and
a
I mean,
Cowboys
and people
fan.
say that us Dallas fans are the most dedicated,
Yeah.
serious fans, and we are. I mean, I'm sure other teams are, but I mean, we are. But to me, you can't jump. You can't be a team jumper when you have a love for
I
football.
still have
and
a
you
Tony
love for your
Dorsett
team.
Honestly,
jersey
it's the
from when
unity
I was
of the
8 years
team.
old.
It is.
The unity of the team. The Patriots home opener last year when Goodell didn't show up and everyone was chanting, you could hear the whole stadium chanting, "Where is Goodell?" It was probably the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, and that's what I want to bring up. Do you think that if Roger Goodell shows up to the first game in the NFL this year, because he did do it last year because all the Deflategate happening, do you think that is wrong with the commissioner if he shows up to the first game this year, but he didn't do it last year over Deflategate? Do you think that'd be wrong on his part?
I do. I do. You can.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah, you
I
can.
understand that it's frustrating that you just lost your appeal to Tom Brady, but at the end of the day, you need to put your differences aside, act professional.
Right.
You're running a
A
basically
billion-dollar-
billion-dollar industry,
Yeah.
and you're skipping the game over because you lost.
Yeah, hard
Um,
feelings. Yeah. No,
I just
it's
want to
definitely
say
wrong.
we've got a lot of people tuning in now. I went live on my Facebook page, and we've got a lot of people tuning
Easy,
in.
Mariah. We'll get off the Cowboys when we're ready.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Mariah
let's move
Renee.
on.
You
We
know,
can talk
Girl,
about how the
just
Broncos are going
chill.
to be so bad next season.
Chill.
well, I mean, and you know what? She has not let up. I mean, okay,
What's your
Mom,
hush puppy
we
coat
just
wear?
won a Super Bowl. Yeah, I get it, but let that go.
with DeMarcus Ware from the Cowboys.
DeMarcus Ware. See, did you hear that, Mariah? Did you hear that? It's only because you guys had one of the Cowboys. No, but I'm really glad I'm glad Ware got his ring.
That's what I said. I'm glad.
You know what? Kudos to Ware. He deserved a
He was a
ring.
great leader
Him
for
and
both
Wade
the
Phillips.
Cowboys and the Broncos.
Absolutely. But you know what? And I also understand that when he retires, he's going to retire with Dallas.
Yeah.
And he should. And he
That
should
was like
because that's where
Matsui
most
with
of
the
his heart
Yankees. He
was.
signed a one-day contract
Yeah.
to retire as a Yankee. I
Right.
think that's great.
Right. So I mean, everybody knows we're excited for this season.
I can't wait for football.
I think
I can't either.
We have our division on lockdown this year.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be tight.
It's going to be tight,
It's
in my
gonna be the
opinion.
complete opposite of last season, where it was